What have you got? Oh. I don't think I'd recommend it. No. I hear this is pretty good. If anyone was interested in reading it, they'd definitely should.
Like try and
Hello? Who wants this ball? You want it? Try. Not interested at all. Who wants this one? Miley? Do you want this one? Are you? Do you want this one? Try. I'm trying to sim it on. Try, do you want the ball? He's like, don't talk to me about the ball. Aye, good job being sat. Miley, sit. Very good, girls. Who wants the ball? Go get it. Oh, right, we're over the ball then. Good. Thank God. Thank God I brought that, girls. Guys, welcome to the vlog. How's the day been, Chris?
Welcome to the sweaty vlog.
Welcome to
today has been sweat, more sweat.
Welcome to the sweatiest vlog you've ever seen in your entire life. It's been long. I actually wish I wasn't so zoomed in, but there's no way to zoom out. We're on our way to...
It's me. Turkey.
Yeah. Anything else to say?
Good catch.
Thank you.
Buy this book.
Buy that book.
Buy this book.
That's your recommendation.
It's insane.
Hi guys, welcome to the vlog. It's actually going to be a reading vlog because today I'm starting The Night and the Moth. I should have kept the dust cover on it, but it's in Chris's bag because I would have damaged it, and it's actually Chris's book. But this is going to be a reading vlog. I'm 3 chapters in, but today has been a travelling day from hell. So this is the first update you're getting. We're currently flying to Izmir. I'm hoping to get as much of this book read as possible, and I will update you on my thoughts as we go. Other than that, let's go to Turkey.
If you put it under a day, it becomes...
Well, there'd be no point in it being under a day.
No, it would only be a... Yeah, okay. I'm getting it.
Tamam.
Come on. Come on.
Merhaba, günaydın. Vloga tekrar hoş geldiniz. Today we're going into Centrum because I would like to visit a bookshop. I would like to get some Zovaclar for my lips, and Chris I actually think is getting sick, so we might have to find some cold and flu for him, possibly. I just wanted to update the vlog because, would you believe it or not, this was actually meant to be a reading vlog. I talked to my friend Hannah before I came out about what video I should do while I'm in Turkey. We decided I was going to do a reading vlog of The Night and the Moth, and funny story guys, I actually finished, just missed the bus. I finished The Night and the Moth 2 days ago. Didn't update the vlog once. Tried to at one point on the flight over. So I'll put that clip in now if it's even usable. I keep going to update the vlog because it gets a bit quieter, but then it gets loud again. Very manic. No guys, I'll do it when I land. I'm so sorry. So yeah, tried to and failed. I'm just on my way to town now. I already said that. So on this holiday, I finished my friends the day before we left. No, sorry, morning we left, and I read The Night and the Moth next. This is day 3 in Turkey, and I read The Night and the Moth as we were traveling and finished it the next day. Started Deep End by Ali Hazelwood on day 2, and that's my current read going into day 3, but I only have 100 pages left, and then I think I'll be moving on to The Wedding People by Alison Espach. We're in Kuşadası. What else have we been doing? I've done that really fun thing where I'm just going to tell you about everything we've been doing instead of showing you, but quite difficult to remember to get the camera out whenever I'm on holiday because I just keep relaxing and having fun. I went to the beach and we also have done some shopping. Chris has actually done some shopping. The rest of us has done very little shopping, but I think that's all to update on currently. We're just going to spend some time together. I'm sorry this isn't a reading vlog, but I will be giving you my night in the moth thoughts, feelings, concern in this vlog, I think, to save me doing it in the reading wrap up because I think this is going to be a good month for reading. But my car is just pulled up, so I'll talk to you guys later. It's not a single update. Not a single update was given while I was on that walk. So I did catch myself on. Actually, sorry, went to get money changed and there's so many places to change money in Centrum, but I walked basically to the other end of Centrum because I knew that, whoa, loud car. Walked to the other end of Centrum because I know that there's an Ejizani right beside it, and that's one I like to use because I like the little woman that works there. Closed. So I actually walked past around 4 places to change my money to walk to this specific pharmacy. Realised it was closed. Walked back through Centrum to one of the other places to change money. Went to a different Ejizani, and then by the time I'd done that, I was like, I'm not going to go to a bookshop. Also, I think if I were to go to a bookshop, Chris would want to go. And there's one at the marina that's quite nice, so we'll probably go there together, but not tonight because he's sick. So going to do that, and then so probably going to do that, but whenever he's feeling better. Also, how nice are the flowers. I'm just walking back to the apartment now, going to take some medicine for my lip and probably go to the pool because it's 36 degrees and yesterday it was 42 degrees, so it's been warm and I'd like to cool down. Okay, bye. Merhaba. Guys, I wish I'd started this vlog 5 minutes earlier. I was just leaning back on this, oh my god, my phone's on the floor. I was just leaning back on this sun lounger, and then the whole thing just capsized. Like, it all just, my head hurts a little bit. It all just flipped backwards. I'm actually looking up at the balconies to see if anyone that lives here saw that. I would be embarrassed. There's actually a guy on his balcony looking down at me that might have seen it, so that's good. That's so good for me. Anyway, Merhaba, günaydın, vlog. Don't know if I can say günaydın whenever it's past 12, but anyway, günaydın. I keep restarting this as if I'm going to have more to add, but I'm just aware I just didn't film again. Actually quite hard to film on this holiday, guys, because I'm away with Chris, I'm away with my mum, and I'm away with my mum's friend. So like anywhere I go to, one of them is, and it's very hard to start the vlog. It would be fine to actually start the vlog in front of Chris. Like, he's in the room, which is a mess, so I don't want to start the vlog there. And then it would be fine to start the vlog on the balcony, but then my mum's friend is always on the balcony, and then anywhere else I go, my mum is just there, and it's just been difficult. We had a good holiday so far. We went to a Turkish bath on the first day. I did take some clips, so I'll put them on the screen hopefully now. It was really good actually. We used to go to Turkish baths every time we came to Turkey, and then we stopped doing them for a while. So we went and did one this time because I really wanted to do one. We just did one in Centrum, and we got an oil massage afterwards. It was really fun. My mum loved it. It was a man doing the original Turkish bath, so keep that in mind if you go to if you're in Kuşadası and you go to the same one we did and you don't want that, keep that in mind. But it was then a woman that did our oil massage, and it was really good. And that was basically it for the first day. We came back, and did we even sit out on the first day? I don't think we did. We went out, came back, mum went and got her hair done. I started to finish my book, The Night and the Moth. I started to do that and then we got ready and went for dinner. We went to a place my mum really likes going for dinner. It's not very Turkish at all, so there was really no point in sharing that. That was it for the first day, and then day 2 we went to the beach. I've been reading as if it's my job, which would be good if I was documenting any single bit of it. I trust that I've been doing it. Yesterday we just had a pool day. Chris wasn't feeling well. We think he was dehydrated because he all he did was drink beer and not an ounce of water, so he had a pretty rough day yesterday, so he just stayed in the room, and then we just stayed at the pool, so we were nearby. Today's Byram, today's Tuesday. Mum and her friend have gone into town, and then I think they're going to see their other friend that has an apartment nearby here, and Chris is just in the room because he is allergic to the sun, I guess. Great holiday for him to be on, and I'm just at the pool on my own, which is great because it's given me a chance to update the vlog. So hi, the generator for the shop is on and I'm right beside it, so I'm sorry if you can hear that. I don't know what else to do about it. But while I'm here, I'm going to, I think for this month's reading wrap up, I'm going to film it basically when I finish the book. So I'm going to film The Night and the Moth's reading wrap up now, just so I have that clip ready to go, and then I'm going to film Deep End's reading wrap up once I finish it, and then so on and so forth, because I know that we land on Tuesday next week, and I would like to have the video up, ready to go for Wednesday. Oh, but that's not even going to be that video. Interesting. This video won't be coming to you on Wednesday, I fear, now that I've just had that realisation. I had my dates mixed up, guys, sorry. But for now, we're just going to enjoy the holiday. Today's a pool day. Don't know what else we'll get up to. We're going to Izmir soon, so I'll try to show you more of it and stop keeping you hidden in my bag, because I bring my camera to everything, but do I film a single thing? No I don't. Actually, whenever I was walking back to the apartment from the bus yesterday, two really cool looking girls were just watching me, and I got the fear, so that was really fun for me. Really glad the social anxiety is just global and not just me in Northern Ireland. I'm really trying to have that mindset here where like no one knows that my YouTube channel subscribers are in the 20s. They could be in the 20,000s. They don't know that, so I just have to have the confidence to film like that. Anyway, going to go in the pool. I bought a donut to go in the pool with, because I guess I just predicted that Chris would not be fun today, so I had to entertain myself. So we're gonna blow this up now. Oh god. I won't lie, I thought it was bigger. I know I'm backlit, but like how badly backlit am I? You guys can see me, surely. I think that's a nicer background than if I had the wall against me. But maybe it's not. Hold on. Just know intentions were good with this background. Chris? Thank you. Shining. Actually do whatever you... hardly. What flavours do you go for, Chris?
I go for milk chocolate and cherry. What a combo.
I went for coffee and dark chocolate, or cavalier and bitter chocolatella. Very good. Hi guys, I can't remember when I last updated you, but book wise I finished Deep End. I would say 3.8/4 stars. I finished The Wedding People by Alison Dispatch, 5 stars. I loved it so much, and that means I finally had to start the book club book for this month, which is Rebecca. I'm this far through. I'm about 115 pages through, and it's taken me a while to get to that point. I'm not enjoying it. But I wouldn't be one for historical fiction anyway. I didn't think that extended to classics until now, but it turns out it does. It turns out it does. I literally am finding any excuse I can to not read, which was the complete opposite with the 3 books I read prior. Like, I was reading them on the bus, I was reading them in bars, I was reading them in like, how much was I reading, Chris?
Very much.
Very
much.
Very much. And Chris is laughing at me because I'm doing everything I can to avoid picking up Rebecca. Last night we usually read before we go to sleep, and I was like, should we watch The Bear? But it's just because I don't want to read it. But it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm not one for overly descriptive language. There's only so long I can find enjoyment in reading about an estate in France. No, sorry, an estate in Cornwall. And it's getting to a point. I'm on chapter 10, so if anyone has read Rebecca, can you tell me when you started to love it? Because it's so many people's favourite book. Like, I'm well aware it's a classic and it's considered beloved, but I'm not getting that vibe. I was having a very good run of books there. I had a hyped up fantasy that I enjoyed, I had an Ali Hazelwood spicy romance, and then I had I would say women's literary fiction, and all of those were very, very good. But this one, I'm just not having a lot of time for. I'm struggling through, but I will finish it, obviously, because it's book club. But I'm very excited for what I'm going to move on to after. I actually haven't decided what I'm going to read next. I need to check my Kindle to see what's on, what's available.
You could read Tainted Cup.
I actually might read A Tainted Cup, you know. It would be nice to continue reading physical books. Chris has just finished, I was going to ask him to do a review of the books he's read, but I don't think he's up for it right now, but I might get him to do it later. What's the series called? The Tainted Cup.
I actually don't think the series has a name.
Well, this is book 2, A Drop of Corruption. The Shadow of Leviathan series?
Shadow of the Leviathan, yeah, that would be it, yeah.
So it's the Shadow of the Leviathan series. He just read books 1 and 2 and really loved them. Was audibly cackling at some parts.
Yeah, very funny.
Very funny. So yeah, that's where I am reading wise. I'm on chapter 10. I've just realised we don't know the female main character's name. I was about to call her Rebecca, but she's not Rebecca. The second wife of Maxime de Winter, I guess, has just met Beatrice, who is her now sister-in-law, and Mrs. Danvers hates her, blah blah blah. It's a whole lot of nothing to me, but I know it's probably going to get better, because Erin Kelly called it the greatest psychological thriller of all time. I'm just aware it gets a lot of praise. Daphne du Maurier's created a scale by which modern women can measure their feelings. Stephen King wrote that. Rebecca is one of my all-time favourites. Erin Morgenstern, her masterpiece. Du Maurier is a mistress of sleight of hand in fiction. Maggie O'Farrell. So listen, I can't wait to come back and be like, I was wrong, because clearly I missed something major and it's going to trip me up later. I would love it for that to happen, but for now, it's not hitting. I also am sick again. Don't know if you can tell. Just standard me at this point. Okay, I have until the air conditioning unit turns back on to tell you about Rebecca. So I'm on chapter 20. The big reveal, if you know the story of Rebecca, the big reveal's just happened, and I want to say the main character is in shock, because that's the only explanation I have for why she's behaving the way she's behaving. But like, the big reveal has now happened 292 pages in, and it's not been terrible up until this point, but I wasn't loving it up until this point. I do have a lot more grace for it now. Like, I wouldn't say I'm not enjoying it now, whereas I would say I was struggling to get into it for at least the first 150 pages. And then I think I just had to kind of let the actual setting of the book be what it is. It's like, I can't begrudge the book for being set in the early 20th century, high society, women are treated like shit, because that was the premise of the book all along. So it's actually doing that quite well in the grand scheme of things, but there are some characters I'm really starting to like. I really like Frank Crawley. I really like him, and I really despise Maxim. So those opinions are helping me get through the book. Female main character is like, I can't begrudge her for being a silly, naive young girl, because she herself says, I am just a silly, naive young girl. And it's actually quite endearing to see her mix with people that would have been of a similar social ilk to what she was before she married Maxim. Like with her maid Clarice, I've actually really enjoyed seeing that because it humanises the character a lot more. So I am enjoying the book more. I will get it finished today. We're going to Izmir today, so I will finish it today. This is my sign to get back to reading. That's the update for now. Wave. Yeah, I'm just telling you. Jack. Yes. Merhaba. I think this is going to be one of the last updates I give you guys, but I just wanted to tell you what I actually got in the bookshop me and Chris went to. So, kita bevi. I don't know the Turkish word for haul. Kita bevi haul. I can't get over the price of these books. They weren't new releases, they're not hardbacks, but anyway. 3 books for 605 Turkish lira, and £1 is about 52 Turkish lira. So a tenner is 520 Turkish lira. So maybe about 11-12 pounds for 3 books. 3 books. DNR did have a offer that it was buy 2 and get 1 free, but even that as an offer, where are you getting that if not just the works? I just think that was class, and Waterstones could never. And if Waterstones didn't have me firmly in their clutches, I would be saving a lot more money, I think. But I'm a sucker for a loyalty scheme. That's not what you guys want to find out. All books are in Turkish, even though they did sell English books. I really want to start working on my fluency in Turkish. I understand a lot of what's going on. I just struggle to articulate myself in responses sometimes, because obviously the sentence structure is so different, and I also get really bogged down in being scared I'm going to say the wrong thing, and I think I just need to work on that a bit more. So I thought it would be a good idea to get a book in Turkish that I can translate. I did that previously with the first Harry Potter book, which in Turkish I think is Harry Potter ve Felsefe Tözü. See, like that's how I speak to people in Turkish sometimes. Like I say it like I'm not sure myself. I'm pretty sure it is Felsefe Tözü, but I really want to work on mine, and so I bought a book for myself in Turkish, and I also got 2 books for my brother in Turkish, because he, fun fact, used to live in Turkey, and his Turkish surpassed mine greatly. But it's one of those things where if you don't use it, you kind of lose it, and I just thought a couple manga books would be a really good way to not re-familiarise himself with it, because I don't want to do him a disservice and act as if he knows far less than he does. But I just thought it would be pretty cool to get one of his favourite anime series, the Turkish first 2 books of it. So he really likes Blue Lock. He's watched the whole thing, and he started getting me and Chris. He started watching it with me and Chris. I maybe I'll go back and get myself a manga, because I just feel like that. Obviously, oh no, what have I done? Oh, the hardcover's removable. Interesting. Obviously, I just think, oh yeah, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. I think a manga is a great way to do it, especially with one he's familiar with, because he'll have an idea of what's going on. And I also think with Turkish, the way it's written is literally how you say it. It's just familiarising yourself with the alphabet, because there are some differences between their alphabet and ours. You guys didn't come here for a Turkish lesson, but I'm just telling you why I think these were a good idea. And so I got him the first 2 Blue Lock manga books. Chris has just come back into the room. I'm nearly done. And then for myself, to replace Harry Potter, the Felsefe Taza, I got, I literally just did, I just spoke about how I get scared to say things for the first time sometimes in case it's wrong. Oh yeah, you try and say it.
Actually, on you, Larry.
So there's no dot above that I.
Like.
Let's look.
Yeah.
Let's look.
Look. On you, Larry.
Oh, you and Lara.
Because no dot as well, yeah.
So I guess I can't say it. Let's look Anya Lara, which is the Hunger Games first book. Let's look Anya Lara, Bashlasin, the Shans Hep, Sizden, Jana Olsen. As soon as I figure out that translation, I'll let you know. Katniss Everdeen, ve Peter Malark. I wonder who they are.
Never heard of them.
Shimdi, Noi, Yirmi, Dort, Gench. What? Guys, this is exactly why I'm going to read this translation.
Oh, it's not. It's like the 74th Hunger Games.
Yeah. What would 74 be? Yedmustart. I think this Peter Millar character sounds pretty nifty. Those are my hauls from the bookshop. I was telling them about how it cost 600 lira.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Crazy.
Crazy.
We're packing because it's Sunday night and obviously we go home soon. Who cheered? Not me. Mum and her friend are out for dinner. Chris didn't feel well earlier, so we just stayed in and we watched 2 episodes of The Bear. Can you tell I've read all my physical books and now I feel like I can relax. How many physical books do you have left, Chris?
2.
Dos. Turkja?
Uch. Night and the Moth. Never actually read it.
Uch. This whole holiday, because I've had physical books to read, I have basically been forcing you to stay up to finish your book too. Like Chris probably would have been happy enough to put his book down for the night and go to sleep. We've been staying up till like 1 AM, 1:30 finishing our books because I've felt the need to move on to the next one. And literally ever since I finished my physical books, it's like, flippin' heck, let's do something else now except for read.
I don't know if you have seen the frantic trip to Waterstones that we had before we came on holiday.
I need to finish editing that. I'll maybe do that tonight.
So you will see that, and when you see that, know
on
now,
TikTok.
On TikTok, know now that it was not worth it, because I am not even going to be reading those 2 books that I purchased in Waterstones on this holiday. Big shout out Matthew Gray. You should read the Mistborn novels. Do
you want to be in the frame if you're going to be talking this much?
No, I've had.
Has Matthew not read Mistborn series?
The original 3, yeah. But not the novels. I don't think anyway.
Anyway, that's my update. We're going to pack now, and this might be the final update for the vlog. We're going to the beach tomorrow and then just tidying the apartment before we leave. I have to film my Rebecca review, which you guys will see at the end of July. Nothing else to really report, but I'll not sign off just yet in case I decide to film something else. But it might just be some B-roll footage as we spend our last 2 days in Turkey. Seni seviyorum Turkey. And I will see you guys later. Bye.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Do you want me to give you a hand with that done?
No, it's okay, thank you. Is there a brush to like sweep before we wash the floor?
Do you want me to leave that water in?
Your nails? finishing my vlog. I'm gonna tell them about you at the airport.
Somebody else is amusing.
I didn't find it amusing.
Well, it isn't it?
You guys are balancing on a 2-litre bottle of Coke, so don't fall. This is me signing off the vlog while also making myself some lunch. I planned to do this at Izmir airport yesterday, but guys, if I said traveling from Dublin was hell, traveling from Turkey was like actually difficult. I was maybe being dramatic, facetious some might say, when I was talking about Dublin. Turkey was another level. This needs to go in the freezer. We're cleaning up the apartment. That much I did get filmed. We're all just getting ready to leave. We all get in the transfer to the airport. Mum, like you will have seen earlier in the vlog, went to Bath and Body Works and then we were in Izmir and she bought 4 candles and some soap. Understandable, they're great candles. I'm not, up until this point, I'm with her. I'm on her side. Mum,
What?
where are you?
I'm in the living room. Why?
You not listening?
No.
You don't want to chime in?
No, don't, because you're making fun of.
I'm not making fun of you, Mum. I'm hardly making fun of you. It's not a laugh at your expense. I'm just telling them why I couldn't end the vlog in the airport yesterday. I was busy. So we get to Izmir airport, get out of the transfer, get into the airport, go through the first round of security, all is okay. We go to the check-in desk to leave off our luggage because there's a queue and we wanted to get that over with. Then there's a mix up at the check-in desk and Mum was trying to check in for her flight and they got my details up, so then I had to go and check in. Then Mum had to check in, then Chris had to check in because he was sitting next to me and she was trying to put someone else in that seat. How was she even going to put someone else in that seat because his was booked? So that was...
obviously didn't know what she was doing that girl.
That was a bit stressful. And then Mum's friend gets checked in, all okay. And then we go to see the lady. Sorry, I'm eating my mouthful. I don't know why I did that. This is going on me. We go and see the lady that tells us how to claim tax back, because that's another thing. In that shopping centre in Izmir, apparently you can claim your tax back on purchases, but you need to do it at the airport, but you need to do one part of it before you go through security and then another part after you come through security. So that was stressful as well. Anyway, we go and see the woman about that and then we go through security, or we try to go through security. I get through okay, Chris gets through okay, Mum's friend gets through okay, Mum does not get through okay, and her bag gets seized.
Continue.
I'm just waiting until the water stopped running. Mum's bag gets seized because she has brought the 4 candles through in her hand luggage, and apparently she did this last year and
October.
apparently she did this in October whenever,
a year ago.
whenever she went to Izmir airport, and the candles were able to come through with her okay. They weren't this time, they got flagged and they said these needed to be in your checked luggage, you're going to have to throw them out, you can't take them through with you. Cue Mum in immediate hysterics, like starts to break down. In her defence, I will say, anytime she tried to ask anyone for help, they were like, don't speak English, or they'd like walk off on her. It was not good. I was already through security, so I was on the other side of it with Chris and Mum's friend. So we were all just watching this happen with her far away, trying to ask her what's going wrong. She's like, which actually is a very accurate description to what she's like whenever she's annoyed. She's like going from one person to another. She's like, can someone tell me why they can't come through? I brought them through in October. She gets my dad on the phone to speak to them because they're saying they don't speak English. So then she gets someone to speak Turkish to him to find out what's going on. And then my dad is on the phone to her telling her to calm down. So she hangs up the phone on him because she didn't want to hear someone tell her to calm down. It's a lot. It's a lot. We're going in with Brada next. So this all happens, people are walking off on her, she doesn't know what to do. She phones my dad back, she just won't stop crying. My dad, eventually someone at the airport did take pity on her and was like, what's going on, what's wrong? And like asked why she can't take the candles through. And the woman talks to dad on the phone and tells dad that she can leave the security area and go back out. But we've gone through passport control, so it doesn't seem like she can do that at this point. But she can go back out through the main bit of the hospital, main bit of the airport, and check them into her luggage. So she eventually finds out she's going to do that, and dad tells her they're going to let her do that. Dad, by the way, actually, sorry, all this is happening, my dad is in a mosque in Izmir trying to pray. So he's probably not being as helpful as Mum needs him to be in that moment, but he didn't think he was going to get a phone call like this, also in his defense. So then Mum is like, how do I get through? How do I get back through? She tries to manage to get back through passport control. So at this point, we can, oh sorry, I'm adding chorizo now. At this point, we cannot see Mum where she's gone. She's gone back into the like main entrance bit of the airport. So actually, Mum,
What?
will you come and tell the rest of the story?
No.
Do you not want me to tell the story?
No.
Do you want me to just leave it out?
Too disturbing.
Do you actually want me to not tell it?
If you want to tell it, tell it. But the main thing is I didn't get the candles through. Tell the whole story of your daddy afterward. Just walked off, I had a hyperventilate, had a panic attack and everything. The supervisor of the thing, you know, told me to calm down. He did, I couldn't even get daddy's number, so he took my phone off me and rang your daddy. I had no internet, so he gave me his internet off his phone to ring your daddy. And then I just let him speak to your daddy.
He sounds helpful.
Huh?
That sounds helpful.
And I just left him with the candles and told him that your daddy was picking them up. Meanwhile, they're opening my candles and smelling them and saying, oh, they're lovely.
So that's all happening on the main entrance side of the airport. Me and Chris are in the duty-free section, and Chris needed to buy some stuff to bring home. I needed to buy some stuff to bring home. So we go off and do that. By the time we do that, our gate's about to be called in like 5 minutes. We haven't eaten anything. We need to get some food. And then Mum eventually comes back through to security and just like cries, basically, just breaks down in tears. So we're like making sure she's okay. I'm calling Dad to find out what happened on the other side. Dad's like, put Mum on the phone. Mum walks away because she doesn't want to speak to him. Da 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 da. It's all very dramatic. It's all very dramatic whenever you keep in mind it's about 4 candles. But that's not the point. Mum was getting upset because she couldn't get any help. Then Dad, anyway, she calmed down. She went and got a coffee. Me and Chris went and got some food, and then we went to the gate to wait for our flight to board. So basically, and then, oh my gosh, and then me and Chris, we went to get a Popeyes from the airport, and at this point, I thought Chris was going to have a panic attack. So once he realised that the gate was going to be called so quickly, he was like, maybe we shouldn't get food. And I said, well, I'm hungry, so, hot honey. I'm hungry, so, and then he was like, no, I'm hungry too. And I was like, I think we'll be fine, we'll just get it takeaway. So we go to the screen. There's these 3 screens that you would order off yourself, kind of like in a fast food restaurant here. And we go up to one of them. There's like 2 families in front of us. The first family don't even get their food because something goes wrong at the end. And the guys in front of us end up going next. They managed to get their food okay. So I don't actually know what happened with the first one. But then whenever we go to get our food, the screen just like shuts down, but we've queued for it at this point for about 15 minutes. No, 10 minutes. Chris is like, well, I start tapping the screen to make it go faster. Chris is like, that's not going to help, but that's just my go-to whenever I'm trying to get something to work. And then Chris gets so exasperated the longer we're standing there. He starts to do the same thing, which is how I know he's annoyed. And then the screen eventually, it does that thing like whenever computers do that spinning blue circle. And it's basically like, do you want to wait for it to respond or do you want to shut down? Chris hits wait for it to respond. I would have hit shut down, or restart, sorry is what it says, restart. So we wait for it to respond, it doesn't respond. Chris is tapping the screen. I'm looking at the time, but trying not to make it obvious I'm looking at the time. And then eventually the thing comes up saying, do you want to wait or do you want to shut down? Chris is like, restart. Waiting for that to restart. Other people are on the other screens, working their way through, getting their food super quickly. Chris is looking like he regrets every choice that's ever led him to this point in his life. Eventually the screen comes back on. It clearly is not that dire because we're waiting for it this whole time. I was very much trying. I also was listening to the announcements and I was like, if it says we're boarding, we'll obviously leave and go to the gate. It was like 5 minutes away. But in the airport, like something about being in the airport just makes everything more stressful. Anyway, the screen comes on, we order our Popeyes. We ordered in such haste, like I ordered a single chicken fillet and I was like, yeah, perfect, that sounds good. Because we just wanted food in our stomachs, it didn't really matter. And then we got our food, went to the gate. Mum was sitting with her coffee, no longer crying. I think I got a picture, so if I have one, I'll insert it here. And then we were just all shattered. In the transfer from the apartment to the airport, I had been starting to edit this vlog. On the plane, I was continuing to edit this vlog and I made it about 15 minutes and then I had to go to sleep. And I don't often sleep on a plane, but just had to get some shut eye, so I slept for about an hour. And then Chris was just reading his book. I think he got his Brandy Sandy finished, so that was good for him. And I continued to edit the vlog. I read a bit more of the Just Add Air, but I haven't finished it. I'm about halfway through. I'm really enjoying it. And sorry, I added some tomatoes there and now I'm going in with some balsamic vinegar. But that was it. That was just a really, not really stressful in the grand scheme of things, but pretty stressful end to our holiday. We are destined to have a stressful time whenever we leave Turkey. It's as if they're telling us they don't want us to leave, because last year whenever we tried to leave our holiday, tried to leave, like they don't let us. They low-key don't, because we ended up cleaning the whole apartment, doing that whole shutdown shift. We're getting ready for our transfer at 5 a.m. We were all like, okay, we'll go to bed and get like 2 hours sleep, because it was maybe like 2 a.m. in the morning. And we all of our phones go and we just get a notification saying your flight has been cancelled. The flight that's due to take off in like 6 hours has been cancelled. So we all have to jump on Skyscanner, immediately rebook other flights. Staying in Turkey was not an option because I was flying home for my friend Hannah's hen do. My friend Hannah's hen do, where I was the maid of honour. I was flying home to get to that. I was making sure I got home to that. To be fair, in hindsight, I think I told Hannah because I was aware I was going to get it sorted, but I did tell Hannah, and then she was with her friends. I think they all jumped onto Skyscanner being like, how far are you from this airport in Turkey? Like da 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 da. So I guess next time I go to Turkey it's going to have to be to live, because it never wants to let me go. That is the end of the story. That is the end of the vlog. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm obviously back home. Miley's staring up at me for some of the sandwich, so I better go eat it quickly. Not sure. Next week's video is probably going to be the reading wrap up. What's wrong? But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and if you made it this far, well done. I'm going to go edit this, eat this, and you guys will see this shortly. Enjoy. Bye. Gule gule. Anything to say, Mum? Come on and say bye. Come right. So everyone knows you're not annoyed at me.
No, I'm not annoyed, just very stressful. Bye. Hope
How was
you
your
enjoy
holiday?
our vlog. Holiday was very good. Really enjoyed it.
What was your best part?
Best part was spending time with my family.
What was your funniest part?
Funniest part? Well, I don't know now. Funniest part? Christopher. He got his head burnt. Oh my goodness. He didn't get his head burnt. Was sitting in the sun. But the way his hair sits, he pulled his hair up and all you could see was the white. It was really funny.
His hair like kind of sits to a point here, so the shadow had obviously made like a very obvious like tan line right in the middle of his
It
forehead.
was very funny.
That was quite funny. And your worst part?
Oh, my worst part was my candle gate.
Fair enough. Bye.
Later. Do you want anything?
Yes!
Oh, alright, okay.
Alright. Bye guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next week. Bye.